It's okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone, once again. Morning. For those just joining us, my name is Mr. Orisunbare Ibrahim Babatunde. So I've basically been in the design and marketing space for about 4 years plus now, where I started my journey as 6 years far back. So today I'll be representing Mr. Samuel. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here. So it's safe to say you are all in safe hands. So good morning once again. All right. So now I want to ask a quick question. Who has opened up their email today, this morning? Have you opened your email? You've opened your email. Who else? Nobody? Okay. So it's a very good norm for you to always check your email in the morning. Sometimes so you don't miss out on information like specific information, which sometimes you can miss. So I always implore people to in the morning, even before you open your WhatsApp, maybe after your prayers or anything, just open your email, look at any important mail you might get or promotions that might be interesting to you. So before we kick start, do we have knowledge on Canva? How to use Canva? And we all have accounts. So because at the end of our session today, we are all going to collaboratively create an email campaign design. And I'll walk us through the steps on how we're going to achieve that. I will design it on Canva together, all of us together. So a quick run through on the overview. So this is the day 4. And then the objective of this presentation will be for us to understand the basic of what email marketing is all about. Email marketing campaigns is all about. So email marketing campaigns and email campaigns are literally the same thing. So in case I say email marketing campaigns or email marketing, don't be confused. It's the same thing. And then there are major key elements that are involved in email marketing campaigns or email campaigns. And we'll discuss on that thoroughly, as well as writing email campaigns. Writing email campaigns. There are tidbits and bits of what you should note when you want to write an email campaign or designing an email campaign. And we're going to run through everything as well. Then designing email content. What do you want your campaign to have? What do you stand to achieve at the end of the day? We're going to also discuss on this properly. And then the tools for creating and monitoring campaigns. Creating campaigns, email campaigns, is totally different from monitoring campaigns. And there are specific tools for both creating as well as monitoring campaigns. Then lastly, as I mentioned, we are going to create an email campaign together. So now let's run down what an email campaign is all about. Basically, an email campaign is just strategically coordinated series of messages that are sent to selected people The professional term for these people are called leads or subscribers. Any of the two is still speaking on the same thing. And most times, a lot of times, the email campaign always has a target. What do I want to achieve at the end of this campaign? Who do I want to reach out to at the end of this campaign? And then there are like a whole lot of goals depending on whatever you're doing. It depends. Are you trying to sell a product? Are you trying to sell a service? Are you trying to advertise? Are you trying to make people to join your service? It might be anything, especially when you're running a business. How many of us use Google? Gmail, Yahoo Mail, what else? Zoho Mail. No, I don't know. Okay. So once you open, how did you know about Gmail? Let's start from there. Almost everybody raised their hands that you have a Gmail account. So how did you know about Gmail? Someone said something? Trending. Okay. What else? Anybody? Word of mouth. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. But now let's take our first point. Why was it trending? For what reason?
Security.
Yes. Now, what you mentioned now are part of the features that they offer. And if you're going to push out a product, you push out the features of this product to gain people's trust so that they can buy into your service and your product. And now they were able to achieve that through series of campaigns, through email campaigns. Far back as 20 years ago, 20 years plus when Google started actually. They were able to achieve this, transitioning from the little Web 1, Web 2, where we are currently are, and even far into Web 3, which they are even adopting at the moment. And in your Gmail, you notice that sometimes Google sends you some, I wouldn't say weird looking emails, where they'll talk about, okay, who knows Google One? Have you heard of Google One? Google Drive, Google Photos. Now, those are features of Google that they're selling to you. Some people don't know about it, but they say it in their mail. It comes together with everything. So they send you emails that, okay, we have latest updates. Now you can link your Google Photos to your iCloud. You can transfer files from here into your Google Drive. They always advertise this thing by sending emails. Personally, for me, as someone that always likes to check his mail, this is how I know about new products and new features. That's how I stay abreast of things happening. So once again, I would like to implore everyone to just glance through your email in the morning. And then yet again, that's about like driving sales, driving features, promoting a product or service, engaging with your audience. Now, you can send in your feedbacks about a particular feature. Oh, it's not working. Oh, I'm having this issue, blah, blah, blah. Thanks to email campaigns, subscribers or leads can now send in their feedback directly to the company. And then they take note of all these things. So these are just some of the few benefits of running email campaigns. And email campaigns are very, very broad. You see it in different formats. Sometimes they're what we call like dancing pictures, like GIFs. Or okay, maybe you've subscribed to a service and say, oh, congratulations, you're now part of this service. Why don't you also look at this service? So they are promoting one thing, promoting another thing at the same time. They're thanking you for joining. And then they're also telling you, oh, we also have this product. We have that product. Why don't you come and join us? Key into it, look through it. So these are just some of the few goals of email campaigns. They are tailored to what you want to achieve. What you plan to achieve at the end of the day is very important on how you compose your email campaign. From the subject line down to your leads, down to your subscribers. Who is it targeted for? Because some campaigns are not targeted for everybody. Okay, for example, I study computer science. I'm a computer techie. Why would you be sending me an email campaign about buildings, about architecture? It's not my field. It's not my concern. I'm not your target audience. You should be aiming at people like the computer engineers, structural engineers, all these people should be your target leads. So this is a very, very important idea and markers again for running a successful email campaigns. But as we go into it, we're going to see more and more reason why email campaign is very important and how we are going to structurally design an email campaign. On the side here, we have a picture. And this is just an example of what an email campaign looks like. You have your subject line, you have your products, and then you talk about the benefits of using that product. This is direct and very, very simple. Most times, marketing is very broad. Sometimes you cannot go on the road and start saying, oh, this is my product. I just unveiled this. No, it's stressful. But when you have leads, people that are following you, people have registered on your website, on your newsletters, you can easily send them about your product. They'll look through it, and then once they click shop now, this is what we call a CTA button, a call to action. Good. This is a call to action button. Shop now. Directly, it is going to take you back to the website where you can purchase this product. As far as you like it, it's very catchy. New in store. What is new in store? The product. What are the features or the benefits of the product? It's right under it. So after I know the benefits, do I want to shop? They're forcing you to shop. So shop now. Going forward, why email campaigns matter? Big companies, big organizations, government agencies, and down to businesses all make use of email campaigns. And here, with the vast population of the world, email campaigns has made it very easy for anybody to reach out to anybody in different parts of the world. You don't have to start sending one by one message, one by one. Sometimes you don't even need to physically start saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to be moving up and down to tell people about my product and things like that. No, you can easily advertise. Do you know that? Now let's move away from this a bit. With the vast population of the world, I'm sure everyone has said data is the new gold, right? So now what's data? Your information. Information as small as your name, where you're from, your nationality, your interests. Those things are what we call data. And they are very important. Companies pay huge amount of money to get your data. Recently, Apple was sued for a breach where millions of people's data were being taken and used. So it is very, very important. And you need all these major big organizations you see around. They don't joke with their data. There's what we call data centers where they store vast volume of data. And okay, if I can get my hands on, let me say, data of all the students in Cosmopolitan University or all the staffs in Cosmopolitan University, and I have a school, I can now send campaigns that why you should not even be in Cosmopolitan, you should leave Cosmopolitan and come and join my university, right? And I'll send it to you. So that's what these people do. You can call it marketing wars, you can call it campaign wars, but this is what they do. They do it against each other. And like Cosmopolitan can also do the same thing to my university. So it's a very, very good way of selling yourself out to the world. That's why big organizations, they do not joke with it at all. They take it very, very seriously. And literally more than 4.2 billion people in the world use email. You want to register? They ask you for your email. You want to apply for a job? What is your email? You cannot live without having an email address. Gone are the days where you write manual letters and we're in a digital world. So email delivers $42 ROI for every $1 spent. So just think about this. You spend $1 to make more than $1 back. This is why they don't joke with it. Just take it very, very seriously. And also a bit out of context, Nigeria has a data protection commission, and they are in charge of making sure that the Nigerian data in the tech space is safe. They have compliance, even also as well. If you notice on, I don't know if all of us pay attention to some websites now in Nigeria, where at the bottom of the websites, where maybe you have subscribe to our newsletter, blah blah blah, and then you see some logos. You see the NDPR logo, right? Just right underneath. If you go to Airtel, yeah, I remember of Airtel. If you go down, you see it because they are in compliance of these laws. The government is making sure that, okay, you know what? We know how important data is. We want to protect you. So now they have created laws to make sure that, you know what, if you want to access the data, there are processes and compliances that you should follow, which is very, very important. This is why governments, they don't joke with it at all. There is huge money you can gain through email marketing campaigns. Huge money, huge opportunity. If you're an expert in this, a lot of people want to come to you and ask for your service. They want to ask for expert advice from you. Then going forward, as I mentioned earlier, the engagements from email marketing campaign is broad, and it's all tied to the goals you set, what you want to achieve at the end of the day, and even potentially opening new doors for you to meet new people, which are in terms new leads. We need to take note of these professional words. When we say new leads, these are people we want. We want to bring in more people. It can be another goal of your campaign at the end of the day. I say, you know what, okay, I have this lead and I want to expand it. Why not I run an email marketing campaign? It's one of these things. And you can do this by generating it through your website. You can say, okay, on my social media page, I want to organize a poll. And I'll ask you for your email address. Which one do you like best? Okay, do you like our apple juice better or like our pineapple juice better? Input your email address. On Google Forms, you cannot fill a Google form without having a Gmail account or without even having an email account. So this is why all this is important. When you go for events and then they'll say, okay, what's the proof that you joined our event? We have an attendance list. Fill up the attendance list. They'll ask you for your email address. It is very important. That way, that they have previous leads already, but they are getting more. And they're trying to engage you. They want to engage with you they have set new goals. So that is why they are doing all these things. Then it helps build loyalty. Loyalty in terms of feedbacks, reviews. What can we do better? This is very, very important when running an email campaign. Because at the end of the day, organizations or products or businesses, they always want to improve their products. So they want to get feedbacks, unbiased feedbacks. You can only get unbiased feedbacks from your leads. They are the users of your product. They are the end users. So they will tell you more about your own product. And it allows you to also pay attention to what they are saying. Okay, you know what? Your apple juice is not as sweet as it used to be. You give your feedback, and then they'll go back and improve that product and even make it better. So you see, you are bringing the attention to some lapses that they may have. They've improved that product, and now it is better. So they will generate more money thanks to you. So this is why leads are very important. Then going forward, this is the projected rate of email users in the world to show you how vast it is. And this is even going to be more than this in the next 5-10 years. We're going to see a high surge in this. The world is a very large space. You can reach anybody you want to reach. That's why email campaigns are very important. Do we have any questions? Okay. Now, there are several types of email campaigns. They are done in different forms, different formats. And I'm sure quite a number of us, do we know what newsletters are? Do we know what they look like? newsletters? Anybody? I'm sure we must have come across newsletters. Newsletters are just like basic updates that businesses or organizations give to their subscribers or to their leads. That is an email marketing campaign or email campaign rather. They're making sure that, okay, you are up to date with what they're doing or any new coming update that is going to happen. Even Apple they're already trying to sell. They just released iPhone 16, but there are already campaigns about iPhone 17 already. Likewise, Samsung. So this is why I also say we should always try and read our mail sometimes. We might get some interesting information that we had no idea about. And then we have like promotional emails. So there's, I'm sure everybody knows Jumia Black Friday. How did you hear of Jumia Black Friday? How did you know about Jumia Black Friday? Through campaigns. How did you know about the campaigns? Pop-ups. Good. That's another way of campaigning. And at the end of the day, you need an email to log into Jumia, right? So once you create your email and you tell someone, I get a product from Jumia or through Jumia Black Friday, and you tell them, oh, I got this product, and your friend asks you, where did you get it from? I got it from Jumia. And if they don't have an email, they go and create their own email. So you're adding more leads for Jumia to this their campaign. And then sometimes they'll also send massive, that's what we call bulk mails for the campaigns. They'll send it to all their subscribers. Sometimes people miss out on, not everybody is familiar. I mean, the older people are not much into social media, but they use their mails a lot. And that's where it comes in. So they don't miss out on all these things. They always make use of email campaigns. So these people, once you open your email, you see Jumia Black Friday. And what's the first thing you see? 50% off on all items, on all electronic items. That's your subject header. That statement alone is a trigger. It's a promotional email campaign. It's already a trigger for you. Imagine you see 50% discount off on iPhone 16. Who will not rush? Who will not rush to get it? Or 50% off on the latest on the latest Mary Kay or something. Everybody will rush to get it. Maybe you have been eyeing one heel since you see 50% off. You click on it and go and buy it. They are pushing sales. They have a target. You are their target audience. They are reaching out to you. They are forcing you. It's psychology. They are forcing you to, join us. Come and pay for this thing. They are driving sales. They are driving traffic. They are driving engagements. Just from one campaign alone, look at all the benefits that's come with it. So having an idea or knowing how to run these campaigns are very important because you start to gain a lot through promotional emails. And going forward, we have welcome emails. When you join a new platform, they will always send you, maybe welcome to Paystack, thank you for joining OP, blah, blah, blah. Or you open a bank account, immediately before you even leave the bank, they send you an email, welcome aboard, things like that. They're trying to engage you, welcoming you into their family, like a community. Welcome. And they've taken note of your email, you become one of their leads. So it's as simple as that. These are also email campaigns. They are bringing trust, loyalty by welcoming you. And then we have transactional emails. This one, I know all of us, once we transact, we always receive emails, correct? Yeah. You receive receipts, be it boots, your banks, anything, or you will order something online, you will always receive these emails. And then why these transactional emails are important is that sometimes you want to keep note of, okay, what have I bought throughout the year? All you have to do is search receipts on your mail and everything will come out. everything will come out. Yes, please.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Like we promised some ages ago that by the time you come back to the new year, you will experience a new us, right? Right now, if you check on the internet of the university, you will see ideas. Please check your connection. You will see ideas. Just check your connection, you will see ideas. Now, for you to connect, you need this password. Can I get the password
Yeah.
for there on the notepad or something?
Okay.
Okay? Okay? So please connect to ideas and then this is the password. Are we together? All right, thank you.
All right.
You can go.
So, are we done? Okay.
Just put it down and then you can let the class continue.
Okay.
All right.
So you can ask your neighbor for the password. So and then moving forward, another example of or form of email campaign is re-engagement emails. So now you are on board with us. What next? You're on board with us. What next? They try to engage you. There are engagement emails and then there are re-engagement emails. We're sending you updates. We're trying to engage you. We're trying to let you know about, okay, these are the things we have. And then if you notice that maybe you've been inactive on your website for, let's say, 2 months, they will send you, oh, we've missed you. Where have you been? Trying to keep abreast with, okay, are you still active? Trying to make sure that you come back and join us. Have you used our products? Have you used any of our services? Come and join us. So these are what re-engagement emails are. And re-engagement emails are actually very important because they try to filter out, okay, these are our active leads, these are our inactive leads. So now, if you have a large volume of inactive people that are not using your service or product, you'll be worried. So they try to contact you. Have you had any problems? Like, what is happening? We have this new feature. Have you heard of this new feature? Or perhaps you had a problem with their product or the service, and then they're trying to, okay, you stopped using their product, and they're trying to let you know, oh, we've noticed your absence. Why don't you come back and join us? These are what we call re-engagement email campaigns, and they're actually very important. And then sometimes you see, like example, the Jumia promotional campaign is also an example of a discount sale campaign. A lot of big companies they do this. Try to let you, okay, we have these discounts. I'm sure Temu has disturbed our lives. I'm tired of blocking Temu. But they will keep on sending me mails upon mails upon mails upon mails. I see them everywhere across social media. Now, do you know that with just those campaigns that Temu is doing, they're making money from it? Just by you visiting, by you registering, by you clicking. They're making serious money from it. They are very, very, they will make sure that you join. At least you don't buy anything, just join. Let's have your email address. By now, they will have millions of leads. So these are just brief forms of email campaigns. Now, we're going into the nitty-gritty of email campaigns. And there are some key elements that we all need to note and take care of. You cannot say you want to compose or you want to propose an email campaign without taking note of these key elements. They are very, very important. Compelling subject lines or subject headers. What are subject headers? They are like 3 to 4 words, 3, 4, 5 words that talks about what that campaign is about. It's the first thing that your leads want to see once they open that campaign. And what's the goal of the subject leads? Or the subject lines or headers rather? It is to inform your lead on what you want them to do. What you want them to do, what you want them to note, what you want them to notice. Previously, I showed an example of what an email campaign looks like. For a product, let me go back. This new in store. I mentioned it earlier that this is a subject line, this is a subject header. So you open the email, what do you first see? New in store. Okay, these people have a new product. They are telling you this, we have a new product. And then they show you the image of that product. And this is very important. If you miss this, okay, imagine if they wrote the black cream. What are you telling me? What's the meaning of the black cream? You don't even bother. I think it's one of all those spam emails. What's the black cream? What's that? It's not engaging. It's not intriguing. But you see new in store. You see, discount promotion from somewhere like ShopRite. Or you see maybe ShopRite is telling you, or Cold Stone. We all love ice cream. Except you have diabetes. But we all love ice cream. And you see Cold Stone will tell you free code Saturdays. Don't you rush to Cold Stone? You will always rush to Cold Stone because they're already informed that, okay, we have free ice creams on Saturdays. Everybody wants to go to Cold Stone. And then they will now show you an image of the ice cream and then the flavor. And then you say, order now. Because of this, you stayed to read what was next. And then they were able to make you follow their CTA. They are being forced to do that. So if you miss this, if you miss your subject line or your subject header, you're going to have a problem. You will not achieve your sales goals for why you are running that email campaign. And it's a big problem. I'm going to repeat again, subject headers, they are not meant to be much words. You don't need to write a full paragraph. It can be 2, 3, 4 words. At best, I'll say 4. At best, I'll say 4. 4 words. It's fine. It's okay. Just 4 words. So, who can give me like an example of a subject line? Okay, for example, we're selling a product. We have new drinks, new flavors in our drinks. You can give me an example. I want like 3, 4 people to give me an example. You're running an email campaign and you want to write a subject line or subject header. Just give me an example of a subject header that you propose. Anybody wants to take a stab?
Ongoing admission. Ongoing admission.
Let's make it shorter. You have a new drink flavor and you want to tell your leads about it. Don't use new in store. Let's find something else.
Let's full funded scholarship.
Full funded scholarship. Okay. Yes. Another person? I want like 3 or 4 people. Because at the end of this class, we are going to create an email marketing campaign. So I need to make sure that we're understanding the terms and we're not just speaking English. We're not just doing big grammar. We need to understand the nitty-gritty and the technicality to what we're talking about. So anybody, you can try. You can ask your neighbor, you can, collaborate and ask, anything. An email leads, anything. Okay.
New discount activation.
Good. We have 2.
Trial for free.
Sorry?
Trial for free.
Trial for free.
Trial for free.
Travel for free. Ha. Yeah, big woman. Okay, that's good. Yes, it's another way of writing your subject lead. When you write travel for free, and then your lead is saying, okay, so I'll travel for free. By the time they read it, they'll know they're not traveling for free. But you've caught their attention. They've read your campaign. They're engaging with your campaign. So that's actually very, very good. Those are very, very good points. Thank you. I think we should clap for ourselves for that. Let's clap for ourselves. Thank you very much. And also, another key element is your design. Your design. Email campaigns, number one. The one thing I think we should always put at the back of our minds that your design should not be heavy. It should not be heavy. You know why? Emails are run on fast machines. But regardless that they are being run on fast machines, they are mostly comprised of texts and pictures. If your email is loading slowly, would you want to go back to your email? Exactly. So your size of your design is important. But now, okay, what kind of design are you going to use? I don't want to bore us with too much design talk. Because if we want to go into this is where I would say, okay, this is my core. But in design, there's what we call minimalistic designs. Minimalistic designs are designs that use few elements to speak to readers. Few engaging elements that speak to you. If you notice, the pictures of the campaigns I've been showing, did you notice any serious, heavy effect on it? It was just the product, background, the text, and the CTA. That's all. Very simple. Your subject line is the first thing when you're designing. You're designing your campaign. You want to use, if your brand has an identity, that's what we call brand identity. Now, for Cosmopolitan, if you notice, look around the room. What are the colors you can find in Cosmopolitan University? Blue
White.
and white. That's the identity. And now you will now incorporate that into your design of your email campaign. So you have consistency across board. And another way to know what colors to use is from the logo of the organization or business. Just pick the colors on the logo. Even if they don't give you a full guideline, it's a tip. Just use the logo, pick two colors that are balanced to the eye. Maybe red, they have red and black. You can use a red background and you can use a white text on it. Your users can easily read what is on your campaign, what is on your design. Very simple. And then you have a picture of the product on it. Very simple. Very, very minimalistic. You don't have to have heavy duty effects on it. For example, let's look at this. You have a picture on top. You have the subject line. You have the context. Then you have the CTA. It's as simple. It's as simple as this. You don't need to do too much. You don't need to crack it too much. You can as well just use this template. And there are several templates you can use. For example, the top, instead of the woman being on top, you can have maybe an image of the product, maybe of your juice bottle. You can have it on top. And then if you want to go further, if you meet a creative expert and say, okay, design an email campaign for me, they would add, most times you see them, maybe they will use what we call mock-ups, real life views of a product, right? So for example, let's say I have a shoe brand and I want to create an email campaign. What kind of shoes do I make? I make loafers for both men and women, right? What an expert would do is they would make you wear that shoe, that loafer that has the logo on it. They'll just take a picture of it and then put it on the campaign. So people are seeing that product on the design. So before they even buy it, They have an idea of what it looks like. They have an idea of what the product looks like. That will even help them. It will help them and help you in making sure that they hit on your seats here. This is your call to action. Whether shop that, buy that, whatever. And at the end of the day, you just have to put maybe 5-6 lines of, it may not even be up to. Sometimes you can just put 3 lines. Experience comfort with our brand new loafers. Soft soles and it's easily adjustable wear. That's all. Then you click buy now or shop now. You have simply created and designed an engaging email campaign. It's as simple as that. But what's the first thing you need to know? You need to understand the subject line to use, which is why it was our first key element. It has a good subject line. Every other thing fails. Everything fails. Or you don't get the results you targeted or your goals. You don't get it. And then personalization. Using, you know, when you have a product, you always know what is selling out more. If I have 5 different products now, we know that, okay, product number 2 is selling more than product number 3. So they now take the features of that product number 2, right, and use it to create an email campaign. Let's push the sales of of product number 2, right, to drive more sales. They are personalizing it. That's how you make sure that they are engaging with your campaign. So your campaign does not become stale. You don't waste time, you don't waste effort, doing all of that. At the end of the day, you are reaching your goals, gradually reaching your goals. And then clear call to action. Who does not know what a call to action is? So let's assume, I assume everybody knows what a call to action is. It's a button, a small button, that once you click on it, it performs an action. You are performing an action with that button. For example, here, we have read more. Once you click on it, it will take you to the full details of how to become more confident today. It will redirect your lead from their email to your website. This is just an example. And then once they click on read more and they go on your website, what does it do? You have increased traffic on your website. And by increasing traffic on your website, you are now generating income, generating more views. This is how big organizations do it. They will not give you the full story. They don't bombard you with all the full story on the campaign. They will just give you a few lines about it. They will make sure that with that subject line, you're already engaged. So for you to even read through the content, you want to go to the end. It's like a storybook when you just see the cover. Okay, for example, now, I'm sure we've seen this book called, no offense to the guys, but Every Man in Lagos is Mad, or something like that. Have we seen that book before? We've seen it. Okay. For example, they just put the cover, and then they put Every Man in Lagos is Mad. And then they'll tell you, okay, this is how many chapters, or blah, blah, blah. This is the story of John and Mary and something. Read more. You click on it. You go to the website. And then the website, you see the book. But you don't even see the complete book. They'll tell you, buy a copy. So what have they done? Through that campaign, they generated more leads, more interactions, more engagements, and then they are now selling that book to you. And then because you want to know what happened to John and Mary, you buy that book online. They deliver it to you. So we can see that key elements of engaging email are very important in email campaigns. You need to make sure you follow all these guides to the deck. One miss and you may not achieve your goal. And at the end of as we're discussing more, we're going to know how we evaluate and monitor our campaigns. How successful were they? you know, yeah, thank you. How successful were they? Did we reach our goal? So it's as simple as that. And then a mobile friendly layout. Now, the reason why a mobile friendly layout is important and why there's a certain size for email campaign design is that because a large percentage of users, of email users, are mobile users. Me, there's just few of us that I don't really use my phone like that. I use my laptop. If anything should happen, they can steal my phone, oh, but don't steal my laptop. I prefer it that way. But a larger number of people, especially a certain age group, use their phones more than their laptops. So the mobile version is always highly important. Most campaigns, even email campaigns on online, excuse me, are done with size of phones. That's why they are very small. They cannot be heavy. This is very, very, very important. A large percentage of the world access their emails from their phone because I just see the notification, I click on it. That's all. So this is one factor you need to note. You cannot use the size of a billboard for your campaign. It can be heavy, and you not achieve your goal at the end of the day. Do we have any questions? Okay. Now we are going to move on to the step-by-step guide on how to create an email campaign. So first off, the first thing you need to know, as I mentioned earlier, is you need to have your leads. You need to have your leads. Your leads are the targeted people that you want to send that campaign to, that you want them to interact with that campaign. It's very important. Okay, I'm selling hairs. If I'm selling hairs and I want to run a campaign, will I send my campaign to males, to men? No. You not send it to men. Why? Why would you? Then they do what?
They can buy for their wives.
They will buy for their wives.
Yes.
But it depends on your goal. If your goal is to sell, if your goal is to sell, for example, let's say you don't want to sell, you want to let people know if you have a new hair, right? If you send it to men, they will not even, they will just even swipe. In fact, you may not even have the leads for men. That's the problem. So, for example, you go out to source for leads, and then there are males. Even if you want to sell to men, how many men you send? Let's say you send 10 million. You have a targeted 10 million a list of leads, and then 98% of them, or 70% of them are now men. From that 70%, how many can you say will buy for their wives? Okay, let's even say a measly 15%. And then just think about the amount of money you use to set up that campaign. That's a loss compared to when you send it to women. You send it to women, and let's say 70%, more than 70% of, I'm very sure that more than 70% of them will click on your CTA. And from that 70%, you can get at least 50% of them would buy your hair. As far as you have a good product, they'll buy your hair. So between 50% and 10%, which one is better? The 50. So the women being your leads, you've made more money rather than sending it to men. Targeted leads are very important. And targeted leads is broad. It's actually quite broad. Because it's not just about gender. It's about country. It's about demography. It's about region. Even if it's as small as interests. Why? Okay, for example, imagine do we know FIFA? The ladies, have we heard of FIFA? Yes. FIFA, football.
Yes.
Would you like it if you are getting email about football?
Yes.
For Football is boring. Exactly. Okay, so I send about, I have a lead of 10 million people on my leads. And out of that 10 million, 7 million of them are women. Be rest assured that that is a total waste. But now let's switch it. If 70% of them are men, they'll engage more. Uh-uh. Who has more Ballon d'Ors? Who has more goals? You know, I should not go there. Yeah, Ronaldo fan, Abi. Yeah, Ronaldo fan. We are together. So easy. It is very important. Even interest is very important. It's highly important. Okay, I want to send me. I'm Yoruba. I want to send a Yoruba email campaign. I am now sending it to Chijoke. How Chijoke understand what's in my campaign? He's not going to understand. So I've wasted money, I've wasted time, I've wasted efforts, I've wasted resources in building a campaign. So it is very, very important for us to properly align our campaign and our leads to whatever we're trying to sell. It is highly important, and that's why it is the first step. And then, secondly, we need to know, by the time we're done with this campaign, what do we want to achieve? What's our goal? You know? And it varies. Sometimes organizations may know that, okay, we don't really have much subscribers on our YouTube. How do we achieve that? They create a campaign. They say, oh, it's an action movie. Everybody watches action movie in Nigeria, right? Okay, our actors are, I'm sure we know Timini, he's very popular, or Jim Ike, or Iniedo, you know? Everybody watches these people. We have our leads. Our leads are who? Our target leads are who? Nigerians. Who can tell me why Nigerians are our first leads if we are creating a Nigerian movie? Anybody? We watch it more. That's one. Another person. So we have a movie we want to promote, and we want to create a campaign for it. We're filling it up in Nigerian actors. That is where the demography of our target audience is. So first of all, we'll set our target to our target is Nigerians. Full stop. Then now, at the end of the day, what do we want them to do? We want them to watch and subscribe, or we want them to watch so that to drive views on our YouTube. We'll say, oh, the drunk taxi man out now. Watch on YouTube. Click here. By the time they click to it, that CTA is taking your leads to your YouTube page where they can watch that movie. You've made it easier for them to find that movie. So at the end of the day, you are driving views on your video, on the movie rather. And then even inside that, I'm sure if we're watching some YouTube videos, we will see this pop-up, subscribe now. They want you to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you get updates on new videos. You are following them. It's like following. So different campaigns have different goals. So you need to understand the goal of your campaign. It will help you design your campaign better. And then moving forward, we now have to segmenting your campaign. You know, we talked about different types of campaign. Who can mention two? Or when we talked about forms of campaign, who can mention two? Okay.
Transactional. Welcome.
Okay. Another person, apart from what he said. Okay. Newsletters, promotional mails, promotional campaigns rather. So now you need to know, okay, what type of campaign do I want to? For example, you want to promote a movie, your movie, The Drunk Taxi Man. What kind of campaign would you do for something like that? Promotional. Yeah, because you want to promote the movie. You want to promote your product. You want to promote your business. Because of their different forms, you need to know the type. So from segmenting the type of campaign you want, you even know the language to use. the kind of CTA to use, the kind of subject line you want to use. Then knowing your audience. The thing is, if you miss your leads, you miss your audience. If you miss your leads, that's why leads are very important. Once you miss your leads, you miss your targeted audience. And in order to meet your targeted audience, right, you need to have a very solid email list. I'm selling hair. My email list is more of men. By the time it reaches the audience is 5% of the 100% of my leads. That's a failed email marketing campaign. You will not even get to your goals. That's the problem. Then moving forward, you need to now know how you are going to plan and then design your email campaign. Remember, it should be very, very minimalistic and catchy. You don't need to add too many elements, it's to disturb the reader and all of that. I will always suggest, always use minimalistic designs are very good. They are very, very good. Simple. Anybody can do it, and we'll create that on Canva. You see, there are lots of templates you can use on Canva and then manipulate it. It's as simple as that. So you see, and another thing is, if you also want to create or design your campaigns, you can go to your email. Go to your email. Look at the kind of design that all these organizations or businesses are using. You see how simple it is, and it's okay. It's fine. You can also try and replicate it as well. Nobody owns a design. We call it there's no particular ownership of creativity. You can mark it, but if I can successfully, take your creativity and then build it into something else, that's what design is all about. So you can always make research. Just go to your email. Maybe if you want to create a newsletter campaign, just search newsletter, and then you see all organizations that are sending newsletters one time or the other. Just look at how they did it, and then try to create something similar to that. It's as simple as that. No stress. That's all. Then now, I mentioned again, it needs to be mobile friendly, because a large number of people just assume that your entire leads, they are using phone, they are not using laptop. They are using phone. So just design it, make sure that it's mobile friendly. The size of a phone. That's all. No much hassle. As simple as that. And then now, the last step is performing A and B testing. You are now optimizing, you are finished building your target list or your leads, you've defined the kind of goals you want. Now you've segmented the kind of campaign. If it's a promotional campaign, now you know your audience, you've designed it, and now you want to test it if it's working. How do you test it? After you're done designing it, you click on those buttons. Is it working? Are the images clear enough? Is the text readable? Are there spelling mistakes? That's part of testing it. Make sure that everything is intact. And then you now analyze it at the end of the day, so that it's very important to keep all these things down. So when you're creating your next campaign for that same product, you know how to make it even better. Even so, your next campaign, will be better than the first. It's always going to be better than the first. I'm sure now we can create an email campaign. Are we? Let's try. We'll try. We'll try. And then writing compelling subject lines. Keep it short. Very short. I mentioned it earlier. See, if you can make it 3 words, make it 3 words. If you can make it 4 words, make it 4 words. Don't your subject line should not be sentences. See this example. Your skin's best kept secret is out. Very, very engaging. And it's short. It's not 3, 4, 5 lines of grammar. Because it's the first thing, and always, can anyone tell me something special about this layout? What do you notice about the subject line or the subject header in this entire design? What do you notice? Which is bigger between the subject line and the feature?
The subject line.
Good. That's another thing you need to take note of. The subject line needs to be bold. Bold, brave, and beautiful. It needs to be bold. Because it's the first thing the user sees once they open your campaign. Once they click on that mail, it's the first thing they see. And they need to be engaged. There's no way you will not say this and like, okay. This is how do I get this product? Your skin's best kept secret is out. What's my skin's best kept secret? I want to buy it. So this is an example of how it should be. The subject line needs to be bold and daring, and short. And it needs to have action verbs. It needs to have what we call curiosity hooks. That when you read it, you want to know more. What are those secrets? What are my best and my skin's best kept secrets? What are they? I want to know more about it. It's very, very important. Now, there are some spammy words that sometimes people use, right? And like Madame gave us this thing, an example where she said travel free, right? You're over promising. You're over promising. That's what we call over promising campaigns. But it has its uses. But it's not always advisable because you are telling them travel for free, but they're not traveling for free. So they are disappointed. So they don't even want to know anything again. They can even unsubscribe. That's where the danger of our promising comes in. So these are those tips on the do's and don'ts on how to write the subject lines and subject headers. Now, the contents of your email campaign. Now you have a header, you have your targeted leads, you know the type of campaign you want to run. So how do you write the contents of that email? How do you design it? How do you structure it? This is very important. All the samples have shown, none of them had 2 columns. None had 2 columns. Always use single column layout for simplicity. Minimalistic designs are always very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. This is why it's important. Include your logo and your brand colors. I've taught us how to steal colors. Just look at the logo and steal the color on the logo. That's all. So if you want to create a campaign, you want to design a campaign for Cosmopolitan, I can decide to use white background and blue text. Or I'll say the header will be blue, that has the subject line will be blue, and then the text of the subject line will be white, and then the body can be black. It's white text or vice versa. So you are sticking to the identity of Cosmopolitan. You're not going far. Because brand visibility and brand recognition is very important. If Jumia today decides to use pink, don't you feel it's a scam? You don't know pink, Jumia for pink. You know Jumia for orange. Or their shade of yellow. But if you see pink, you're like, no, this one is a scam. At the end of the day, you don't meet the goal of your campaign. So this is why it's very important, using the brand colors. And then images. The pictures you are going to use should speak to what the campaign is about, be it products or services. That is if some people don't use pictures. Some people just use their logo. Or some people just use mock-ups. There's what we call mock-ups. But mock-ups are more complex. So for example, I've designed an app. But in designing that app, I will now put it on a mock-up of, okay, I'm putting it on a phone, on an app icon. I'm showing you a preview. Okay, if there's an update on WhatsApp now, there's this new campaign where they do it that they will show you the new features in your mail. That is those pictures, those visuals that they are using. It's part of the campaign. It's very important. They are showing you glimpse of their new features, which is very important. And then if you want to list items, let's say you want to list 3 features, you can use bullet points. Clarity. You can use bullet points if you want to break it down. Or you can just summarize maybe 3 or 4 and put it in a single paragraph. This is a more complex example of what an email campaign or content can look like. With this one single picture, summer season. We are very accustomed to dressing according to the season, the weather. Nobody will be wearing sweater during hot season, right? And nobody will be wearing, just wearing sleeveless clothes when it's raining season. So he said this is summer season, right? And with the picture, okay, these clothes are meant for summer season. This is just an example of what it is. And then they're telling you to shop now. And then under that shop now, they're now promoting other clothes that they have. You can see about 4 different clothes again. And under there, you see shop now, shop now, shop now. Giving you picks, new items that are being added. And then they're not even alerting you that, we have this in stock. Perhaps it had run out before, and subscribers or leads were asking for it. They are now letting you that you don't even know that it's back in stock. And then those that were asking about it now that it's back in stock. So you can see how they've structured it properly. First, they told you about the new season, the new clothes, the new collections, and what was out before. So this is another way of structuring the content of your campaign. Then moving forward, the CTAs are very important. This is where you want your leads to take action. What do I want my leads to do? Leads are not meant to be long words. They are short, very actionable words. Join now, read more, buy now, join our community, join our platform, build yours today, visit our website. They are telling you what you should do. And those buttons will take you to where you should do them, be it on their website or whatever, or they are going to redirect you to another page where you can maybe buy their products. So it's as simple as that. And then now we're going to now move forward to the kind of tools you can use in creating your email campaigns. There are actually more than this. There are a lot of tools out there. There are mailer lists and the likes. But these are the most popular ones that I feel we should know of. MailChimp. Has anybody heard of MailChimp before? You've heard of MailChimp? Yeah. So we know what MailChimp does. Then we have Constant Contact. It's just where you can get templates, where you can see the type of, campaigns and how they designed it and the likes. And you can just take a template and then edit it, put in your own pictures, your videos, your own CTAs. Capiche, you're done. This is one tool that you can also use to get more insight. And I mentioned earlier, for those that just came in, that you can go to your email, right? And let's say it's a promotional campaign you want to do, and then you're looking for an idea okay, let me even see how these other people did their own, right? Just go to your email and say maybe transactions or receipts or promotion, something like that, to see kind of how they designed it. Then HubSpot is actually very broad. They offer quite a number of services and products. And there are a lot of people use them, a lot of big corporations, big organizations, big businesses use them as well when they are creating their campaigns. They automate their campaigns using HubSpot. And then Canva. I'm an Adobe person. I'm not a Canva person, right? But I know how to use Canva. And why Canva is winning is because Canva is very, very easy for everybody to use. I mean, the first question I asked was if we all know how to use Canva, and almost everybody raised up their hands, if not everybody raised up their hands, right? And Canva has made it very easy for everyone to can quickly make your design on your phone, anywhere. Very, very easy. And then they have lots of templates that you can use to design it. There are other tools you can also use to design. You can use Figma. Figma is more of like prototyping, but you can use Figma if you're well learned on it. You can also use Adobe Photoshop. You can use Adobe InDesign, Illustrator. You can just use it to design it. And then for your CTA buttons, like there's different ways you can automate that. It's very simple. That's why you have the likes of Hotspot, MailChimp, and the likes, mailer lists, and the likes. So these are some of the tools for creating email campaigns. And then we have how you've created your campaign and it's out. You've sent it out to your leads. You've sent it out to your mail list. Okay, how do I now monitor my campaign? For example, if the goal of your campaign is to generate traffic, how do you know if people clicked on your CTAs from your mail campaign? You look at the previous traffic you had on your website and then the current traffic of your website as your campaign is going on or after your campaign. Then that will tell you, okay, you know what? My campaign is working. Before I had 2,000 views. Now I have 15,000. You know that, okay, people really opened your mail. And then even now, thanks to the help of AI, do you know that somebody can know if you read an email they sent to you? Not everybody knows this, but it's a secret. It's a tech secret. I can add an AI to my website that will let me know if I send you an email today, it's going to tell me if you opened it or not. Corporations use this. They use all these things. I sent 20,000 emails. Only 15,000 have opened my email. So they will know. That is why they can also tell if you've been actively using their service or you've been receiving their mails. That way they can now filter. You see they'll say active subscribers and then you have inactive subscribers. So they'll not send another campaign to those inactive subscribers that, oh, we missed you. Where have you been? Long time no see. Head of these new products. Do you have any challenge? They'll now use the views from those ones, those people that do not click, so now they'll not send another campaign to them, forcing them to read it. And then your conversion rates. You're selling your hair. How many people bought those hairs? How many people bought those hairs? How many people shared those hairs to their friend? That, okay, have you seen this? Because some pages will say share. How many people click that share button? That's what we call conversion rates. Then we have the bounce rates. Sometimes your leads can be faulty. I have 1 million email lists, but sometimes some people's email can have issues. It might have issues. So the bounce rate will tell you how many emails went through and how many emails bounced back or were still. Let's say 850 went, and then the remaining 150 did not go through. That's what bounce rate is about. So you now filter out those 150, and then you try and get new leads to make up for what was lost. So now I believe we can now design our email campaign. So this is going to be very interactive. So let's all decide, right? Are we trying to sell a product or a service? Let's decide which one should we do? Should we do product or should we do service? Service. Okay. Products, raise up your hand. You want to do products? Okay, we want to do service. Product has it. Okay, what kind of products? You have to pick for me. What kind of products? What kind of products?
Let's say laptop.
Hmm?
Our food items.
Yes.
Food items, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem.
New fruit drinks in town.
Okay, what's the name of your company? Your company that produces these, maybe let's say food processed items, like this is your can of tomato or something like that. Or you mean fruits,
No, as rice.
rice?
Yes.
Okay, what's the name of your company? It can be anything at all. Top life. Okay. Let me open up. Canva is not open here. My account is not logged in here. So everybody on your Canva is open. Everybody, your Canva is open.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Because this is 10:45 and we're ending this class by 11. So we're all going through this. Now let's decide. What's the first step we should do? We have the background knowledge of we want to sell food items, we want to sell rice.
No. For them.
Then we now have the name, which is Chop Life. Abi?
Yes.
We are going with Chop Life. Okay. What's the color of Chop Life? Of your logo? What's the color of your logo? Oh, we should use blue and white.
No.
Green. Let's decide. Brown and green. Who goes brown and green? Which kind of color combination is that?
Green and white.
Green and white. Madam, you like Nigeria? Oh.
We're talking about food now. That's what I'm saying. I think you need to write food.
Okay, let's use green and white. Green and white.
Yes.
Green and white. Okay, we use green. So how about putting this down? Chop, we're selling before that. Before the subject line. Do you have your leads? You don't have your leads. You don't have your email list. So you need your email list to do that.
Then define your goal.
Exactly.
Know your audience.
Know your audience. What next?
Design.
Your form of your campaign, then the design. To design our campaign. Okay, so we can have this. All right.
Where are we going to post it? Social media.
No. Canva has if you type email on the search, you see email templates. Everybody, are we on Canva? We have less than 10 minutes to do this, so we're going to be very fast about it. So search for email templates on Canva.
Yes, sir.
Let's search for email templates on Canva. Now I just want to show you ideas on how they look like. You can see newsletters, you can see and if you notice, as I mentioned earlier, all these designs are minimalistic. They don't have heavy effect on them. They don't have heavy, they are very, very minimalistic. They are clean. You can see the subject lines are boldly written. There's no way you see it and you're not like, I want to see what this campaign is about. Or I want to click on this campaign. Now let's look for a freed one and then we'll just edit it. So we're going to use this one. This blue minimalistic email. Can we all see it? Have you seen it? Yes. This one. So you can see the size. The first thing on the size of this template is that it is made for mobile. It is not wide. It's not widescreen like this monitor or your laptop or your desktop. It's rectangular. It's portrait mode. It's the best kind of size and layout for your mails, for your campaigns rather. Now, in order to make it fast, because we don't have much time, I would have said we should do it from scratch, but because we don't have much time, let's just edit this. So you can zoom it with Control Plus. So you can zoom here, Control Plus to zoom in. Are we all there? If your system is not working, you can just sit with somebody. So Control Plus to zoom in. So what's the name of our logo? Chop Life. Chop Life Foods. And then let's extend it like this.
Okay. See your cover.
They can't see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yes, we're just sharing the presentation.
Yeah.
Okay. Events, share screen. You say no?
Yeah. Click and
Okay, I know what to do. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So now the name of is Chop Life Foods, and then with the colors on the elements tab here. Okay. So we said the color of our Chop Life Food is what? Green and white. Okay. So we change the color to green. This header, change it to green, like this. Now this picture, let's change it. The green. Okay, on the top bar, if you click on this top bar, that's dark blue top bar, click on it. Then on top, you see edits, you see colors. Have you seen it? Can someone assist him, please? Up. So just click on any green there. Good. So now change this image to, let's look for rice. Bag of rice. So on the elements tab, right, you'll see just on the search, just click on bag of rice. So you should have something like this. Are we all there?
No.
Okay. So we have 5 minutes remaining. Have we all gotten it? So yes, that's fine. You can now adjust it. We'll manage it. We'll manage it. Yeah. The picture is there. Okay, click on that picture. And then click delete. Then there are the other places that you can source your pictures from. I'm sure that I'm just trying to make this class a very beginner-friendly class. You can, instead of using just any picture on the internet, if Chocolate Foods now had their own bag of rice that they put their logo on, you can just use that, right? You can use that. So now, going forward, what is going to be our subject line? But before that, what is the goal of our campaign? To sell. We want to sell our bag of rice, Abi. Oh yeah, now, this is the hard part. What should be our subject line? Me, I'm not contributing. No. Everybody's going to do it by themselves by bringing suggestions. So what's going to be our subject line? We want people to buy our rice. What should be our subject line?
Something that entice people.
Yes.
You're selling to Nigerians.
Yes, you're selling to Nigerians. Our target audience is Nigerians. Our mail list are Nigerians. So you are selling your bag of rice.
Fully packaged.
Hmm?
Fully packaged bag of rice with 50% discount.
Yes, but can we make it shorter? So our subject lines are going to be 3 to 4, 5 words at best. So let's make it short. Let's make it short. Anybody? Our time is running out. We have less than 2 minutes, and we have not even. Huh?
Complete bag, 50% discount. Is it stable?
Okay.
100% extra. 100%.
Stone free.
Yes, stone free and 100% natural.
100% organic.
Okay, that works. Anybody else? So we can say, get your stone free rice. Get your stone free rice. Now we are giving them the command, get your stone free rice. And then they will now want, so what next? As we're doing that, we're going to write that. So change that, how are we doing to get your stone free rice. Have we all done that? Have we all done that? So just change that how are we doing on your template to get your stone-free rice. So now, as we're doing that, what should be our content under get your stone-free rice? Hmm? Anybody? But I want to make sure that at the end of today's class, you can as well go home and write your own campaign. Remember, you're selling to Nigerians. Everybody knows Nigerians love rice. Yeah, you can use any font style of your choice. It's your choice. I like that. Very bold. You can use any font style of your choice. Let me copy your design. So, what should be our content? In fact, I think our time is up. But what should be our content? We can say the feature of it. Why are we eating stone-free rice? Enjoy endless taste of rice without biting stones, something like that. Something very similar to that.
No, I think it's on your laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
HQQG.
HQKG. No, HQ. The front line is HQ. Try to
So, have we filled in the content? Let's decide. Let's quickly decide. So, you are trying to sell to Nigerians that they should eat stone-free rice. What would be the content? We've told them get your stone-free rice. Thank you very much. Can you repeat it for the class one more time?
Say goodbye to picking out stones and impurities from your life.
Good.
From your life.
Say goodbye to picking out stones from your bag of rice.
The pot.
Yeah?
He said, enjoy your stone-free rice straight to the pot.
Good. I love that. We are bringing out good ideas, madam. We like rice. So. Very good. Very, very good. Let's say it out one more time. Say it out. You can say it out one more time.
Okay, enjoy your stone-free rice straight to the pot.
Enjoy your stone-free rice straight to the pot. Oh, madam, what's your one? The second one.
Say goodbye to picking out stones and impurities from your life.
Say goodbye to picking out stones and impurities from your rice. Now, as a Nigerian mother with 4 women and with 4 kids, rather, you think it's easy that they'll be picking a stone from their bag of rice every time? Now we've made it easier for them. Once they say, they will buy your rice. They will disturb their husbands to buy that rice. They will disturb them. And then what will be our CTA button? Because that's the last thing under. So can you say the content again so I can, for those online?
Enjoy your stone-free rice straight to the pot.
Okay. Enjoy your stone-free rice, straight to the pot. Full stop.
Thank you very much.
So now, our CTA button. What should be our CTA? Quickly, our time, we're even out of time. What should be our CTA? Very good. Buy now. Get yours now. Shop now. But shop now. They will think twice. Buy it now. Buy it now. Have we changed our CTA? Have we done that? We've done that. So now, what was the first thing we did? We understood about our company. We gave our company a name, Chop Life Foods. Then we know our color, we have our logo. Then we now edited the template to look like our logo so that there is brand consistency, which is very important. Then from there, we understood what we are trying to sell to Nigerians, which are our market audience. They are our lists. They are our leads. And we said, get your stone-free rice. So we are advertising our product that is stone-free. Our rice is stone-free. And we are telling them, enjoy your stone-free rice straight to the pot. You know? Pinpoint. Everything is direct. We're forcing them to do that. And then we're now telling them at the end of the day, buy it now. So now that buy it now will now be linked to a website or the page on the website. All right, thank you very much. I hope we had a wonderful time. Oh yeah, club now everybody can now, can now design our own campaigns. So let's clap for ourselves, please. Let's clap for ourselves. This is a wonderful